Yo, what's good, Griffin13 here back in today, and today, guys, I am here to tell you about a brand new money glitch in Need for Speed Payback. And yes, guys, this is a glitch. It is not just a money-making method. So remember, proceed with caution when it comes to glitches because there is always the possibility of a ban. And I will mention specifically this. The risk on this glitch is not worth the reward because, of course, there is a risk of getting a ban. And the reward is really not all that great. You do get an increased money output per race, but overall, I do not think it is worth it. So I will go ahead and now explain that after showing you guys how to go ahead and perform the glitch. So what you guys need to do is you need to go ahead and get yourself a car. You can go to any race in the game except for runner events, because if you try and do it with a runner event, what is going to happen is you're going to get caught before the glitch can activate. Alright, so that is the one fear with doing a runner event. As well, I do not recommend doing drag events because it does a bunch of weird stuff. It works, but it is so much more complicated and weird and does a bunch of stuff that it kind of scares me a little bit to go ahead and attempt that. So the ones that you want to stick to is you want to stick to drift, race, and off-road. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. And it's going to take about the same amount of time for each one of these if you choose a certain race. So you guys will actually see the one that I'm doing is I'm doing drifting the block. This is one of the early ones. It's located right here in the middle of downtown, so you guys know where this location is. Now, I've got myself my BRZ right here. Now, you can use any car you want whatsoever. The only reason I'm using the BRZ is because I haven't got far enough in the game to actually unlock the Lamborghini Huracan yet. So I'm still working on the Let's Play, guys, and eventually I will get there. So what you notice is when you go here to start it up, it says start right bumper and change car, hold right bumper. And what you want to do is you want to actually figure out how long it takes for your screen to go from this to the change car menu. So I'm going to go ahead and start holding down right bumper right now. 1 Mississippi, 2 miss. So you guys saw that right there. I got to about 2 miss. So it'll be different for everybody. Every race, even every single time you attempt to do this, it can change. So let's go ahead and do this really quickly. And what you want to do is you want to know what button as well opens up this screen. I'm going to call it the start menu, so that way you guys can know it if I mention it again later. So let's go ahead and do this. 1 Mississippi, 2 miss. And I press both of them at the same time. I hold down right bumper, wait until it changes to the other screen, and then I press that center button. Now you guys will actually notice that it started rotating around my car, but this screen is still up. That's how you know it is working, because I can drive off, I can drive around the corner, and the screen is still there. As you guys notice, I'm just driving away, everything is still there. And this means that I can go anywhere in the world, and I can go ahead and start this event. So let's go ahead and do so right now. We're going to press start. And when you get to this screen, do not accept it. Decline it, because if you accept it, it's actually going to cause the glitch to fail. So I'm going to go ahead and hit decline right now. Now, the reason why I chose the drift event is because it actually goes through this process a whole lot quicker. So now what you want to do is once you get here, go ahead, hit right bumper to restart. And then I'm going to go ahead and click decline again. And we're just going to keep doing this over and over until we get to a certain point that it mentions event failed.
How the crews do it.
Alright, so you guys see I just got this event failed screen, and when you get to the event failed screen, that's when you know it's actually time to go ahead and perform your race. Because when you hit that event failed screen, it means that you have maxed out the glitch to its fullest potential. As well, what this glitch will do is it also sets it up so that now during this race there are going to be civilian cars driving around, which does create a few more obstacles for us in the process. However, though, we can just drive around them. It's not too big of a deal. So we've already hit our target score, and you guys will notice that it keeps on saying target score hit several times. That's because every time that we are doing this one race, it's actually registering like we are doing multiple races. And it actually is a multiplication of what your total payout is. So I do believe that for this one, you can go ahead and restart it up to 7 times. And by doing so, you're going to go ahead and make it so that you're getting 7 times your payout per race. Of course, though, you do got to go through the process of, resetting all that time, so that does take up some time as well. Keep that in mind, and you will also notice that it still says press start start is right bumper, change car is right bumper, all of that nonsense. So there we go, we went ahead and finished up the race, and you'll notice that I unfortunately do not get to claim a speed card, but I did get a base shipment, so that is of course worthwhile. Now, in order to go ahead and get out of this screen, you'll want to go ahead and hold down right bumper, and this will take you back to the change car menu, and then just exit out of it, and you will no longer have that start race menu open. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at my money. So my money right now is 3.9 million. Now, before actually starting this race, you can go back and you can look and see how much money I actually had before. Now, what I'm going to guess is it's about 117,000 credits less than what I have now. In fact, I think I actually have it up somewhere. I do not. I must have actually got rid of it. But it should be about 117,000 credits less. And all this is in about 3 minutes worth of work. Now, like I was saying earlier, I do not think that this glitch is worth it in the slightest. The risk is not worth the reward, because we only got 113,000 in 3 minutes. Now, what many people are doing is they're performing this glitch over at this race down here. Now, let's go ahead and head to this one. So this is the Hyperspace Circuit. It's unlocked in, I think, Chapter 5 when you're facing the 1% Club, right? And if you do this race, in 6 minutes you can make 185,000 by selling your reward cards, like your speed cards, and as well, you get the option to go ahead and accept the challenges, which can pay out up to 40,000 credits on this one race. So that is definitely worth noting, because if you were to do this glitch on this race right here, you get about 100,000 every 3 minutes like I did on this one. But if you go ahead and do it normally, you get about 185,000 in 6 minutes. So the difference is only about 15,000 credits overall in 6 minutes, which over an hour, of course, that adds up to 150,000 credits, which is quite a lot. But again, I do not think that the risk is worth the reward. It just is not, because this can possibly result in a ban, guys. Just keep that in mind. You can be banned from Need for Speed, not just your game or your profile, but they can do a console ban because it is against the rules. Now, like I said, I've done this a couple of times, but this is my last time. I was only doing it for this video. I was doing it a couple of times to go ahead and investigate different methods, see if there was a way to maximize it, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can get much more than around 120,000 credits doing this, so bear that in mind. But anyway, though, that's where I want to go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Square413 and Instagram.com/Square413. And as well, if you guys like this video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos come out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Boy.